What's up, everybody? Just a very quick video on some latest 3D builds I've been working on. All of these files were found by the very generous people who create these files on Thingiverse and post them to the website so that people that have no designing skills in 3D software can utilize their hard work by making 3D props and stuff for their collection and photography needs. So all of these, like I said, are found on Thingiverse, and I wish I could get the hang of 3D modeling. I do want to learn how so I can make my own models, but until then, I am relying on other people to do that, and I appreciate it wholeheartedly. I found a great file that was a 1/10 scale first aid kit. I don't know if this was the original size because on Thingiverse, when you're slicing it, you can, upscale, downscale, or whatnot. And this is a first aid kit right here, as you can see. Sides look pretty good right there, right there. Now, of course, as you've seen in my other videos, I have a hard time with getting things to adhere to my bed. I have replaced the bed. I've constantly done the bed leveling. I'm not good with the paper trick, and I have to use a raft, and I don't mind doing it. I mean, these are just solely for my personal use, and they work. But this is a first aid kit. I plan on hitting this with some white paint, hit the cross right there in red paint, try to put some silver buckles colors right there, and maybe along the seam, but don't know yet. And I did 3 different sizes. Now, to compare it with a figure, we'll hold one of the twins up right here, and I haven't cleaned up some of the excess filament. I'm going to use a fingernail file or something to do that, but that's how that size would work. Then we upscaled it right here to give you an idea. That's about the size of a small briefcase. And then right here is, you got to get the mega first aid kit because someone's in a world of hurt. So we have that. So, and there's where this one scales with that figure. So, real happy with these first aid kits. I've been making a bunch of them. Figure I could make some for Star Wars, some for military, some for civilians, and utilize those in some pictures and stuff. Another thing that I found, and it came out pretty good, the vents on one side, I don't know if it's with the file itself, but the vents on this side came out real clean. But the vents on this side, it's like the supports are in there, but even without the supports, it didn't print very well. This is like a wall-mounted water fountain that you would find in a school or a public building. Of course, you don't see them as much anymore, but there it is, scale-wise next to a figure. And yeah, it turned out pretty good. The only part that I did not like, that didn't turn out the way I wanted to well, was the water spigot. But of course, if you know, filament 3D printing is in layers. So any small piece like this, it's going to be kind of questionable. But yeah, it's got the drainage holes right there and right there. And of course, I haven't cleaned these up or anything, and I'm still messing with them. There's where it printed on the raft. So it printed like this, and then the supports were in here and here, and then of course inside the vents. But I want to say this is 0.12 layer height, and I'm real happy with the way it looks. I want to try to get a little bit better where you don't see the lines at all. But again, it doesn't really bother me very much. But I'm real happy with this file. It's a very nice file that I found on Thingiverse. So these are some water fountains. And the next thing that I printed was 2 rolling pins. Now, I have not tested this on any foam. This one I did standard size. This one I kind of increased the width, as you can tell, and made it a little bit shorter and more stout. But this is made mainly if you're doing dioramas with clay, and you would roll this out on it, and it would imprint the impression of what is on here onto the clay. Now, I have seen where people have used these type of things with foam, the cheap Dollar Tree type foam. It's real thin. I haven't tried it with the insulation foam. I haven't tried it with any foam yet, to be honest. I just mainly wanted to see if my printer could print these. My brother-in-law had these at his house, and his brother made it for him, and they showed me the file. So I made this one first, and as you can see, I'm really happy with how my 3D printer did on this. And in case you're just now watching this video, I have a FlashForge Adventure 3 series, which is basically like a plug and play. It comes already assembled, and you just kind of have to learn how to use the software and stuff, which is very user-friendly. But I haven't cleaned up none of this stuff or anything, but each one of these took about 32 hours to print because of the detail, but it's real durable. You could put something right there, I guess, and just kind of roll it out. So I'm anxious to see how well that's going to work. And I'm real happy that my printer, you know, just did it, you know, especially with the way I'm still very much a novice when it comes to this. But I am very impressed that my printer did this. And again, this was printed with no supports at all or anything. And I'm real happy how they turned out. So hopefully I'll be able to test them on some foam. And I'll show you a little quick video on how they turned out. But again, I found these on Thingiverse through my family. And if you like, please check it out. And hopefully it'll work in a diorama. All right. Thanks for watching.